Hey, it's Scott here once again with great resources for coaches. And today, this is a short little video post to introduce some kinds of posts that I'm going to be doing over the course of the next few weeks, probably over the next few weeks. And the post that you'll be reading this coming Friday, and I'll have a little video version of it as well, but is going to fall into this category of what I just want to touch on in this quick 2 or 3 minute post. And that's this. A lot of us as coaches, when we think about the important elements of coaching, a lot of us focus first and foremost on things like X's and O's, strategy, skill building. What kind of techniques are we teaching? What kind of physical skills are we taking out onto our fields, courts, pools, whatever we coach? Okay? Absolutely critical to our success, no doubt. So they're extremely important. But there's an element that, in my opinion, is even more important. And these are the areas that sometimes we struggle to put the right perspective on when it comes to, how are we going to instill these? These are elements like team building, creating a great culture, instilling work ethic, how selfless are our players? Are they great teammates? How accountable are we for our actions? And the list goes on and on. See, these are the things that are a little bit harder to quantify. They're extremely important, but they don't necessarily show up on a scoreboard. And yet, of course, they show up on a scoreboard. Because every time we play well together, because we work well together, we're going to have a better chance at success. And every time we're selfish and we don't work as well together and we aren't sharing, we're going to diminish our chances for success. And so no matter how great you are with X's and O's as a coach, or your team in particular can run plays, or you might have the greatest plays in whatever sport that you coach. But if you can't get kids to play hard, work well together, show up on time, be good teammates, pay attention, stay focused, have the grit to fight through and the mental toughness, and the list goes on, then all the great X's and O's in the world won't matter. All the ability to do certain specific skills and techniques the way they're supposed to be done won't matter, because you won't have a team and you won't have players performing, together and to the best of their abilities. And so the next few posts are going to be about these types of elements, things that we sometimes might look at as being completely secondary when it comes to coaching. And yet, so often, when you look at what led to success or failure for a team or a program, we could probably point to a lot of the things that we'll be talking about over the course of these next few posts. So Friday, we're going to be talking about bench decorum. How do kids handle themselves on the bench? Okay, and the title of the post is Many Eyes Are Watching You. I'm going to touch on, what are you doing when you're on the bench? And I'm sure a lot of kids, coaches too, probably will be thinking, the bench isn't where it's happening. It's out between the lines. Yes, of course, that is an important part of the game, as I said. But how are you handling yourself on the bench says volumes about what kind of player you are, what kind of team you are, what kind of coach you are. And so we want to make sure that we're covering some of those aspects. So like I say, over the course of the next few posts, or some posts over the next couple of months, we're going to touch on these kind of what some might consider secondary elements, what I consider to be primary elements in coaching. So stay tuned for those, and I hope you're looking forward to watching them and reading them as much as I'm looking forward to bringing them to you. We'll talk to you later.